guys, it's Nikki and welcome back. Hey guys, it's Nikki and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is obviously my first video and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do for it. Everyone knows that first videos are never really good and no one ever knows what to do for them. But I thought I would just get out of the way today and start my channel. Pretty much I came up with the idea that I was going to do a get ready with me originally. Just like sit here, talk, answer your questions. But I realized like that's really fucking boring. And no one wants to sit here and just listen to someone they don't even know talk. So I'm going to do my makeup and answer the questions at the same time, just so like I'm doing something and like you're watching something other than like me sitting here. So that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be answering your questions and doing my makeup. So let's go. So I'm pretty much just gonna be doing a light base, lashes, eyebrows, nothing really too much. So first I'm gonna be taking, I don't even know what this palette is. It's just like a cream highlight and contour palette that has like all the shades and color correctors. So I just take, I don't know if you can see, I just take the second shade and I'm just gonna start with my eyes and just blend it out. Also, if I'm looking to like the left, that's where I'm looking in the smaller mirror, so don't mind that. The first question is, how old are you? So I'm 18 years old, turned 18 last year, not that long ago though. Yeah, so I'm 18. That's pretty much it for the question. Oh god, I was like a mess. So I concealed like underneath. I don't use primer and I don't use like any bases for like my skin. I don't really have anything that works for me. My skin just kind of does its own thing naturally, which I'm kind of like lucky for, but yeah. So pretty much I just highlight underneath and then I'll cream contour just my cheeks, a little bit of my nose, just like down the sides, and then under my lip, and pretty much just like the normal places you would highlight and contour your face. It's not that hard. So the next question is, what is your channel going to be about? I was kind of like really unsure with this question because originally I was going to start my channel for music. So I sing and I was just going to like make covers and like maybe do like original songs. It was pretty much all going to be about music. That's pretty much like my main passion. But like I really love makeup and I really love like the beauty community, especially like on YouTube. I think like I would like to do like a mixture, maybe just like of both. I'm not really sure the base of the channel yet, pretty much just because I want to do, like I said, a mixture. I really enjoy lifestyle videos and hauls and styling outfits, and then I really enjoy like covers and music and singing, so it's really difficult to choose which one. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do a mixture and just see what suits me better eventually, and then like kind of stick to that. Eventually like I might make another channel, so if this ends up being a beauty like lifestyle channel, then I might end up making like a separate singing and music one, just because like I'm never gonna give that up. Just because this channel might focus on beauty doesn't mean I'm gonna like stop the whole singing, because that's originally what I wanted to do, so I'm going to stick with that. I just don't know when. Okay, so I know that looks really light. You can really see the white underlayer of the concealer. But like once I put on the powders and everything, it will come together. So next I'm just going to set the concealer. And I also set the contour. I go over it with a bronzer as well, really lightly. But I also set it with the setting powder just so it's not as harsh and as deep, because if I'm not wearing foundation underneath, like sometimes like you can really tell like when someone's not wearing foundation when they've tried to put contour over it. So this just helps minimize that and kind of makes it a little bit more natural. So now I'm taking my Hoola bronzer and I'm just going to lightly set the contour and cleanse my face. It's also coming up a lot more white on camera because of the lights that's in front of me. It's not actually like this light. So now I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. So the next question is, do I go to school? So no, I graduated last year. I did complete year 12, graduated, and happy to never go back. How did you find year 12? So year 12 was like a really conflicting one. It's just, everyone says it, it's the best year and then it's like also the worst year. So it depends on what you're going for. It depends what you want to do. Like if you really need school, if you really need, in Melbourne we have like ATARs. If you really need that ATAR to get into your uni course, obviously school is going to be seen a lot different than someone like me, for example, who didn't need an ATAR and is not going to uni. So it just kind of depends on like what you're going to do. But overall, just like year 12 is hard. It's not easy. There's a lot of work, really demanding. You can get really stressed out super easy over like the littlest things. You'll get told one thing and then bam, like just like everything feels like it's coming down. So with year 12, you really just gotta stay on top of it. Don't ever get behind. Once you're behind, it's so hard to catch up. And like, it's honestly, I can't even fucking do my makeup and talk at the same time. Really just stay focused. Even if your goal is not to go to uni, which was mine, it can still be difficult for someone like that as well. In Melbourne, I did BCE, like from year 11 to 12. I did do exams, even though I don't need an ATAR. I mean, I was already doing the SACs, I was already doing everything else. I may as well have just smashed it out with exams. So that's what I did. I didn't really care about them. Obviously, I wasn't going to uni. I wasn't going to sit there and stress like someone that needs like a 90 ATAR would. But like I still cared. There was still one subject. My favorite subject was business management, and I always found that it was really relatable to like just the real world. So that's pretty much why I enjoyed it. It's honestly just all common sense. With business, you relate it so much to real life and you can understand why things are done the way they are. That was my favorite subject. That was one I obviously tried the hardest in because I really enjoyed it and I was doing well. So obviously if you're doing well in a subject, you're gonna try hard. So the other subjects I did maths, English, media, business, and health. Health was so good in year 11, but once I got to year 12, it was the worst subject ever. Okay, so now my eyebrows are done. I'm just going to conceal them. Just dab it in. Eyebrows are done. Whatever. The next one was, do you have any study tips? So just like break everything down. Prioritize the subjects that obviously give you the homework first and that are due first. That's what I did at least. If I got English homework on Monday, it was due Wednesday, and if I got business homework on Monday as well, but it was due Thursday, I'd obviously do the English and then do the business. The best thing for me and the way like I went about like homework and all that, because you do get a lot, is I had an app. So literally it's called the homework app, and you just pretty much put all your subjects in, what needs to be done when it's due, and you can set reminders. I forget things like really easy, so I always have to have reminders. Oh my god. Of when things are due, and just like to stay on top of it. And it's the best feeling, like the best, when you cross them off, when they're done, you don't have anything else. So that's a really rewarding thing to me in itself. So that's what helped me a lot get my homework done and get through year 12. Because I remember like throughout high school just always being the one making up excuses with homework, and it was the worst thing. You always had to do it like a whole bunch of stuff at the last minute, and it's just crazy. Next I'm gonna line my eyelids. Oh my god, no I'm not. Next I'm gonna be taking a blending brush and my Morphe 35W palette and using, oh my god, my I fucking hate my life. And I'm going to just be taking this brown shade right there, dabbing it off and just putting it just like in my crease really roughly. I'm not blending it out fully. It's just to add some color and some definition without making it look like it's too much. So that's pretty much all I do. If I'm doing like kind of like a more natural look, that is what I'll do. Next I'm going to be taking liquid eyeliner and lining my lid. And then I'm just going to do a little wing, like just literally like the smallest wing. So pretty much just like that. You probably can't even see anyway. The next question is, have you ever left Australia? So I've been out of the country twice. I've been to America both times, and I'm going back again next year in January for the third time, just because it's so amazing. I love America that much. I would live there instantly. Pretty much my favorite place. I've been to LA, San Francisco, New York, Texas. What's that place where Elvis Presley lived? I went there. And then I've been to like some of those places twice. That's where I went back. My favorite would definitely have to be LA. I just kind of think it's such an American scene. The whole setting of LA is just so American. It's in every movie. The main travel places are there as well. Literally fell in love as soon as I got there. The next question is, where do you want to travel? So pretty much I want to travel everywhere. I want to go to Europe. I want to go like France, Italy, Spain, Japan. Pretty much I want to travel everywhere. And then that like leads into the next question. What do you want to be when you're older? So I want to be a flight attendant. I've literally wanted to be a flight attendant since I was about 8 years old. I just fell in love. Every time I took a plane, I was always the one reading the manuals. Like if a crash happens, what to do. I was always reading that. I love airports, just like everything about the job I'm so in love with. And like I've never wanted to do just like a basic job business kind of thing. Like I've always wanted to do something different. That's what I really want to do. And I can't wait to just travel and do that as a job. Like I think that's going to be the most incredible like experience. So actually I think I've decided I'm not going to wear lashes, mainly because like I can't be bothered putting them on. I'm so bad at putting them on. I wouldn't want you guys to see that anyway. So I'm just going to do mascara. That pretty much is it. The next question is, how many piercings do you have? So I have 2 on each ear, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 piercings. I'm not really a piercing person. Much rather tattoos over piercings like any day. I did have my nose pierced. I got it done in year 6 actually, but I never took care of it, so like it got infected and I eventually took it out. Never got it re-pierced, especially because I'm going to like my job and you can't have piercings, facial piercings anyway. So lastly I'm just going to be like lining my lips, just like really roughly, I guess. Just give it like a little bit more color than the natural one. I don't really know. Now like the last thing I do, I pretty much just like add highlighter. I'll curl my lashes, like I heat them up with like my straightener. It's pretty dangerous, don't do that. Next one is like, tell us about your tattoos. I have 2 currently. I got them both done when I was 17. As soon as I got my first one, like I was just obsessed. Literally just like love it. So my first tattoo I ever got is a dragon on my back. I'll insert a picture. It's just a Chinese dragon. I was born in the year of the dragon, so I thought that was really cool. I also got it from Nikita Dragon, so I loved her tattoo. And as soon as like I saw it, I was like, I want that. Because I'm a Sagittarius, so if I want something, I want that. And like it's so hard to change my mind or to find something else. Once I'm set on something, I'm set on it. And I hate it. That's just how I am. That took about like 3 hours. It was pretty painful, probably like a 7 out of 10. There was certain areas where it was more painful than others. I remember when he was tattooing a certain part and then he would move away from that part and go back to it is when it would hurt. So when he's tattooing one area, say the bottom area, it kind of goes numb because your body's just experiencing like the same pain like over and over again. I got used to the pain of that, but as soon as he would move away, like that area would hurt so much more. They're worth it, the pain's worth it. Pain is only a couple hours, who cares? Stops hurting after, so it doesn't really matter. When I get more tattoos and like more piercings, I might make like a separate video about it. Yeah, so I have the one on my back and then I got my rib cage done on my right. I got it on my 2 siblings, my little sister and my little brother. That also really hurt as well. Kind of like the same thing, the same kind of pain. I feel like all tattoos have the same pain, just certain areas are a lot more sensitive, so I do think that my rib cage hurt more than my back. It's all bearable. If I can do it, I'm like such a wuss. So if I can do it, pretty much anyone can get a tattoo. Last question is, what do you think the hardest thing about being a YouTuber will be? Honestly, I just think like attracting attention will be like the hardest thing. So obviously you're a YouTuber. You want viewers, you want people to know who you are, you want people to know your channel. You're doing it for others. You're doing it to make other people happy. I feel like it's really hard because YouTube is already saturated. The whole industry is just really full on right now, so it's really hard to get out there, especially for a new YouTuber starting off. Like, I do think it's going to be really difficult just gaining that attention, targeting your audience and all of that. So I mean, it's a long journey. Like everyone says, you know, you have to start somewhere. So I'm starting here, I'm starting now. I do know people are going to make fun of it. At the end of the day, everyone makes fun of anything you do. Anything to do with success, you will be made fun of. You will be put down, all of that. You just have to have like a strong head. Just get over it. You're doing what you love. I think that's the most important thing. Doing what you love, doing what makes you happy, doing things that make other people happy. So at the end of the day, I don't really care about what anyone has to say. Sorry, my camera cut out. So like I was saying, that's definitely going to be like the hardest thing about being a YouTuber, creating content that hasn't already been done. But I mean, everyone's different. People fall in love with different people. I'm just going to hope for the best, and I'm just going to do what I love. And if that attracts attention, if that gets viewers, like cool. But like if not, then I'm still doing what I love at the end of the day. So it doesn't really matter. Anyway, that was pretty much to get ready with me, get to know me. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. I'll leave my socials down below. If you want to get to know me more, then keep watching.